This woman just got breast augmentation surgery. Her husband thought the results looked fantastic. While driving, he couldn't resist reaching over for a squeeze, but all it took was one little press. What used to be two evenly sized breasts suddenly shifted, with one side squishing on top of the other. They both freaked out. Then they got into a car accident. The real problem started with the surgeon drinking before the procedure. The surgery was botched from the start, but the doctor's son, Yura, was a top-tier lawyer. The court ended up ruling the doctor not liable. The husband not only lost an eye in the crash, but also got 6 years in prison for reckless driving. Now he's out early, and he's coming for the lawyer and his father. The one-eyed man snuck into the lawyer's mansion at night. He planted a massive firework bomb inside, and left 4 words on the wall: an eye for an eye. The next day, he walked right into Yura's office. Yura knew this guy was no joke, whether it was out of the tiniest sliver of guilt, or pure fear deep down. Yura tried to settle things with money. The one-eyed man didn't want money. He wanted an eye. The lawyer's eye or his old man's, either would do. He gave them one day, either hand over an eye, or he'd make sure neither of them ever opened their eyes again. Yura's 3 bodyguards heard this and brushed it off. They said, "The guy's got one eye, how tough can he be? He shows up, we handle him." But once Yura laid out the full backstory, all 3 changed their tune real quick. They rattled off every excuse in the book, which basically boiled down to one thing: this job is too dangerous, we need more money. In fairness, these 3 weren't exactly elite talent. After hard-nosed negotiation, all they got was an extra 15,000 rubles, plus access to the mansion's pool. The whole thing sparked a fight between Yura and his father. Yura figured the eye should come from his dad. He'd cover the best hospital, surgery, and recovery. His father said, "You're the one who got that man locked up. Why should I give up my eye?" But dad had already been fired from the hospital. With his drinking, he had no house and no savings. Living under his son's roof, he didn't exactly have a lot of leverage. Bodyguard Misha caught wind of the situation. He happened to desperately need a house. He offered to trade one of his own eyes for a small apartment back home, worth 2,100,000 rubles. Yura told him, "A brain and intestines kind of look alike. That doesn't mean you can use both to store crap. Now get out and stop bothering me." As a lawyer, Yura didn't have many principles, but as a person, he still had a few lines he wouldn't cross. This whole thing was giving him a massive headache. Even his wife Barbie hit a wall today. Normally, all she had to do was bat her eyes and she'd get whatever she wanted. But today she asked Yura to hook her up with a driver's license, because she'd failed the road test 5 times. Putting her behind the wheel was basically manufacturing accidents. Yura was already losing his mind over the eye situation. He told her to stay home until this was resolved. But the second he walked out the door, she didn't listen. She grabbed the keys and took the car out. It was rough, but she managed to keep it moving. Meanwhile, Yura's father had the bodyguards take him to the morgue. It's just one eye, right? He'd spent his whole career in the medical world. He still had a few friends who could help out. He also knocked back a bunch of drinks while he was at it.